Let's see if the YouTube want to act right, man. Let's see. We might be good. Guys, if you want to see my chart, make sure you get on my on YouTube. You can go to the link in my bio. I'm about to share my screen with the charts on YouTube. You want to see my charts, make sure you hop on YouTube. I'm gonna be talking on here, but the chart's gonna be shown on YouTube, y'all. Make sure you go to the YouTube to see the charts. I am gonna be on here. Charts gonna be on YouTube. Okay, the YouTube might be acting right today. We might got something. Hold on. We might got something today. Let me not speak too soon. Once again, if you want to see the charts, make sure you go to the YouTube. Link in my bio. Guys, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Man, I'm like one one YouTube subscriber away from 800, which is insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? You guys let me know if you can hear me on the YouTube, live on both YouTube and Instagram. Let me know how's the audio. How's the audio on YouTube? Y'all let me know. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Y'all let me know how the audio is on the YouTube. Say it's good. Bet. Man, YouTube messed up my Sunday watch list. I was supposed to do the Sunday watch list the other day. YouTube, I don't know if it was my internet connection or what, but I don't know, man. But luckily it's straight now, so I'll just be I'll be monitoring it as well on my side here. Just be monitoring. So say we good on the audio. Let's go. All right. Today we're gonna be looking at some stocks, man. We're gonna be looking at some stocks that you should be watching tomorrow. There are some great setups, I promise you. You do not want to miss this. There are some great setups. There's some really good setups, man. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get this thing started here. You guys know we always have to start with SPY. Okay? SPY is SPY. So SPY is the S&P 500. When people say them, and you guys gonna notice, if you watch my videos or if you've been on my lives, you're gonna notice, you're gonna say, dang, he said the same stuff all the time. Yeah, I do, because you gotta keep it basic. You gotta keep it simple, right? Everything I do, I keep it simple. I don't do anything difficult. I do the most basic things in the stock market, right? So I do things the old school way. I use candlesticks I use chart patterns. I don't have all 60,000 indicators. I don't do all that. I do the basics, right? I'm old school. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because you'll realize if you learn how to do the basics, you can trade any type of way. Alright? So let's take a look at SPY. If you guys seen my make sure everything's still good here. If you guys seen my video on Sunday, you guys see that I said that SPY actually kind of looks like just a big bear flag with a false breakout. That's what it kind of looks like. Looks like a bear flag with a false breakout. To me, that's what it kind of looks like. So what I'm seeing here is we have the possibility to continue down. Now, you can see here, you see right here is not the prettiest thing because you have this huge candle from the news. But this does take the shape of a little bit of a wedge or bearish chart pattern, right? So one thing that you see here is we're kind of at the top of this thing. So if this starts to break down, you want to watch this possibly coming to the downside, okay? You want to watch this possibly coming to the downside. The big moves when it comes to, and I'm going to speak to day trading because it's harder to swing right now. So I'm just strictly talking about day trading right now. When it comes to day trading, the big moves and the big money is made when you can see a stock that is about to make a move on a larger time frame. So right now, SPY is in this type of wedge or flag, whatever, however you see it, on a larger time frame. So if this starts to break down, this can be a really big move, especially because we already have a catalyst for it to continue to come down, right? One of the best stocks on the market, Nvidia, has a catalyst to continue down. So if we take a look at Nvidia here, Nvidia closed at 105, right? So it came back up to a key level and rejected, right around this 115. It came up here and rejected 115. So if Nvidia continues down, the next level for Nvidia would be 101, and if that doesn't hold, you'd be looking into the 90s again. All right, so you do have room to come down on Nvidia. So I would watch Nvidia, but number one watch for me is going to be SPY. SPY is going to be the number one watch, right? Especially and really, you want to just look for continuation. I'm going to be looking for continuation, but I'm going to give you guys some levels to kind of be aware of. So definitely be aware. SPY is at 533 right now. Be aware if SPY starts to get into here, inside this box. That's a wide range though. That's a wide range. Let me give you guys a better view here. As far as the support, 520. 520 on SPY would be the support, right? Now, getting down there would take us to get some momentum, right? We know we haven't had a lot of momentum the past couple of sessions, but now we have some news. So hopefully we can get some some downward momentum tomorrow. If we do start to get downward momentum, know that SPY can fall down to 520. Now, if we don't hold 520, that's when things can get very, very interesting. At that point, you'll be looking here at 509, and if that doesn't hold, we're coming down. 509 doesn't hold, we're coming down. All right. So tomorrow, what I'm going to be watching out for, if SPY gives us a continuation. You can see right here with this type of wedge or flag, however you see this, SPY looks like it has the chance to come down. Now, it could be a fake out. We don't know. SPY has been giving a lot of fake outs as well lately. So, but we want to be prepared for the downside. So I like SPY. If the market turns and it fakes out and goes up, this is the stock that I'm going to be watching. If it fakes out and starts to go up tomorrow, I will be watching PLTR. All right, PLTR has been relatively strong compared to everything else on the market. And you see right now, today it closed at 98.40. Right, so it can be on a campaign to go back above 100. Especially, let me see here. Especially if the market turns, because somehow PLTR was very strong today. So I do like PLTR tomorrow. That's one that I'm going to be watching heavily. If we turn bullish tomorrow, we're watching PLTR. Let's see, anything else that still looks good. Everything, in my opinion, is just setting up like it's wanting to come down. Even Meta. So Meta came up and retested this key level and had started to trickle down. So we got a lot of things that's just trickling down, man. A lot of things trickling down. If you guys join a little bit late, I am live on both YouTube and Instagram. If you want to see the charts, you have to go to the YouTube. The link is in my bio for that. Even on Meta, if we get some downward momentum with Meta, man, we can get going, man. We can really get going to the downside. Let's take a look at Nike. I lost on Nike. I had took a small loss on Nike. I was trying to front run a little bit, so not a bad loss on that one, but I'm still watching Nike. If it gotta get below 52 though. Nike gotta break below 52 for me to really, really, really like it again. Like I'm watching Nike. But the main watch is gonna be SPY and Nvidia for a downside. As far as upside, if the market turns bullish, we're gonna be watching PLTR. Okay, so I'm gonna even do y'all a solid. I'm gonna teach you. Should I do that? Yeah. I'm gonna teach you guys a chart pattern that you can use to possibly trade this tomorrow and make some money. Okay? I'm gonna teach you guys. So what I'm gonna teach you guys is a chart pattern called a bear flag. Okay? So a bear flag is a chart pattern that tells you that the stock is likely to continue down. Let me check my bandwidth and stuff. All right, we're good on the stream. A bear flag is a chart pattern that tells you that the stock is going to continue downward. Okay? Now, what does that look like? It looks just like this, right? So this isn't the most pretty one, but it's when a stock has a large down move and it pulls up, and then you're looking for it to break down. But when it pulls up, you more so want to see it kind of diagonally, right? So you kind of want to see it more so like this. This kind of looks more like a wedge a little bit, but bear flag, typically a perfect one would look like this right here. You got a down move, then you have a move like this. Okay? And what you're looking for is for stock to consolidate in here, just like it's doing right now, and you're looking for it to break down to possibly come lower. All right? So write this down. This is called a bear flag pattern. This is what I want you to look out for tomorrow, okay? So if SPY continues down tomorrow, look out for a bear flag pattern to form on either the 1 minute, or preferably you prefer it to form on the 5 minute. Those are a lot better in my opinion. Okay? So why do we want to watch for this tomorrow? You want to watch for this tomorrow because SPY is already giving you bearish indications on the 4 out. All right, so think about this. This is how you put probability in your favor. Trading is nothing more than probability. All right, think about this. If we're watching a stock and we know that the stock on a 4-hour time frame or even a daily time frame is bearish, then we know that on a 5-minute or 1 minute, you can possibly catch a bearish move. How do we know that? Because when things push up or break down, you know they push up or break down by the candles. Okay? So think about it. A 1-minute candle is not going to be nearly as big as a 4-hour candle or a daily candle. So a lot of times a breakout could last 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. If it's a crazy breakout like this, it'll be a lot more. So on a 4-hour, let's say SPY can move $10 on a 4-hour candle. It's not gonna move $10 on a 1-minute candle unless you have some crazy stupid news. So knowing that this can move a lot on the 4-hour candle, for it to move on the 4-hour candle, it has to be moving on the 1-minute and 5-minute. Okay? So if it's going to be moving on that larger time frame, it has to be moving on a smaller time frame. This is why tomorrow, if I see a bear flag and the stock is coming down, I will take this trade with confidence because I know the 4-hour is already showing me bearish signs. Y'all let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. I don't want you guys to get confused. I'm giving you guys a basic chart pattern right here that you can use to make money if the stock market goes down. And it doesn't have to be just on SPY, right? This a bear flag will form on any chart. Okay? This is the chart pattern that I use the absolute most to make money on the downside, the bear flag pattern. And if you guys think I'm lying to you, I'm going to show you. If you think I'm lying, I'm going to show you guys the bear flag pattern right here. Okay? Look at this right here. Bear flag. You need a pole, you need the flag, and you need the breakdown. Okay? Pole, flag, breakdown, or the continuation. Alright? This is a bear flag pattern. So the stuff I'm giving you, like I said, I'm old school. Alright? I'm teaching you guys how to read these charts. I'm not showing you an indicator. I'm not teaching you about RSI. I'm showing you guys how to read these candlesticks. If you can read these candlesticks, you can make money. The indicators are just a supplement. You guys need to know what these candlesticks are telling you, right? Especially if you want to trade chart patterns, you have to understand what these candlesticks mean. Okay? So if you guys see a bear flag tomorrow on SPY, be prepared for it to possibly come down. Now, what I'll also say is this is a market where you have to be careful because Donald Trump can say anything at any time. So this also could be a market or a situation where you got to take your money and go. All right? Don't be afraid to take your money and go because who knows? This thing could start coming down. Donald Trump say, hey, tariff talks are going great and the market going to shoot back up and then going to be looking sick. Get the money and go. The key to the big moves is leaving runners. All right. Now it's hard to leave runners if you only trade, 1 or 2 contracts. And if you only trade 1 or 2 contracts, that is perfectly fine. You have to build up. Trading is not a race. You gotta run your own race, right? Run your own race. You may see some people posting that they make thousands of dollars a day. For one, a lot of people be lying. I'll tell y'all that straight up. I'll tell y'all that straight up. A lot of folks be capping. But for the people that really do make that kind of money every day, you have to realize that they are not trading with 1 or 2 contracts. These people have a lot of money that they're trading with. All right. So if you are putting up $300 in a trade and you made $100 off that $3, just know that you made a 30% gain. That is amazing. So nothing would change if you had more money except the dollar amount. 30% of 1,000 is $300. And one thing I will tell you too, when you're learning how to trade, sometimes you will feel like, oh, I'm losing, but if I had more money, I'll be winning. It don't work like that. If you can't turn 500 to 600, you can't turn 5,000 to 6,000. I guarantee you. All right? You got to learn the skill. You gotta learn the skill. Respect the game. This stuff takes time to learn. So I told some of you, but it took me 2 years to learn how to do this stuff, right? And I can tell you exactly how my journey went. When I first was starting to learn the trade, and I think I'm thankful for the person that mentored me when I started, because he introduced me to the charts. He took me straight to the charts to learn how to read charts, right? And I kind of just had to start picking it up on my own, because although he did charts, he wasn't as deep into charts as I was, right? So when I could do chart patterns and stuff 5 to 6 months into my trading career in 2019, right? So back in 2019, I could read charts, but it took me 2 years to become profitable, right? Consistently. And the reason why I did that, because it's so much to trading that people don't even talk about, right? You can have a direction right in a trade and you can still lose because you don't have a good entry. It's a lot of little knickknacks like this stuff that I'm telling you right now that you just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know that since this is a bear flag on a 4 hour, then it's more likely to form a flag or some type of bearish movement on the 5 minute. You don't know that stuff because you just don't know. All right. So take what I'm saying. Notice everything that I'm telling you guys is for a reason. Okay. Everything is for a reason. All right. You got to be methodical when you're doing this stuff. All right. Trading is hard. If it was easy, everybody be doing it. Everybody making money. But everybody ain't. All right. This ain't something where you can just, oh, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna only do it every couple months. When I was learning how to trade, I was doing hours a day. I still study hours a day. I probably study more than all y'all, and I'm in 6 years. I probably still study more than most of y'all, right? You guys have to really, really want this, right? You gotta really put the work in. I'm not gonna lie, because the reward for putting the work in is eternal, right? If you really put the work in, you can literally print money from your phone for the rest of your life. As long as you got internet or you got 5G, you can print money for the rest of your life. So a lot of people always ask me, man, how long is it gonna take to learn? I already know. They ask me that, they ain't gonna last. That's how long it take however long it take. That's how long it's gonna take. I don't know I don't know what to tell them how long it's gonna take. I don't know. However long it take is how long it take. All right. So SPY is gonna be my play for tomorrow that I'm watching very heavily. Guys, make sure that you guys take a look at the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and like. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you are watching this on Instagram, make sure you guys drop a comment if you got any questions or anything. I'm gonna stay live on Instagram, but I might get off the charts here. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys join the free Discord. Follow on Instagram if you guys want to see over 700 videos of free education. Also, you guys can take a look at my page here on YouTube. I actually have 4 videos that can teach you how you can literally learn how to trade with 4 of my videos. I'm gonna warn you, they are an hour to an hour and a half long each. But if you ain't got that kind of time to learn, then you don't really want to learn. Alright, so I do see a couple questions on the YouTube. It says, what date strike you looking at for tomorrow? It really depends, bro. It depends on how the market kind of is. Like, if we get a lot of momentum, I might get a little risky with 0 days, maybe. But if not, then I ain't gonna lie, with a big move like this, I might even grab contracts a couple weeks out to kind of see if this is gonna play out. It's gonna depend, bro. It's gonna depend tomorrow on how the market moving. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna depend. It could definitely be a day where you can make a lot of money. I'm gonna say that. Tomorrow could be a day you make a lot of money with not a lot of money. So, say, what book would you recommend, if any? I personally didn't read a bunch of books starting out. I'm the type of person, I learn hands-on, right? So I watched a lot of videos. I watched a ton of videos, me personally. I read a couple books, but most of my studies came from watching videos. Yeah, most of mine came from watching videos. And I ain't gonna lie, I have so many videos. You can look through my YouTube, and I have videos that's gonna teach you how to set up your chart, teach you about contracts. Like, you can learn everything on my videos. So that's what I got, man. Guys, make sure you guys join the free Discord. If you guys got any questions, just send me a message on YouTube or Instagram. But I'm gonna hop off the YouTube, and I'm gonna stay on the Instagram for a minute just in case anybody got any questions. So that's gonna be it for the YouTube. I'll see you guys in the Discord, man. I'll see y'all.